So for a while now, I've been using a distribution of Emacs called SpaceMacs. However, there is another distribution of Vim out there called SpaceVim. So that's what today's video is going to be about. We're going to be checking out a project called SpaceVim, and yeah, I'm pretty excited. So let's go ahead and jump over to the main screen here, and we will check this project out. So if you go to spacevim.org, this is the project here. It's a community-driven project. It's a distribution of Vim similar to like NVChad is for NeoVim, and you know, Doom-Emacs, SpaceMacs, stuff like that. So it's a pre-configured Vim. That's how I would kind of define it. But super easy to install. So if we go to the quick start here, we go to the installation. If you're on Linux or Mac, you just use this curl script right here. You don't have to run this as root or anything like that, or at least I didn't. And yeah, you just, after you install it, you just launch Vim or NeoVim, and this is what you get. Now, I do want to say that I did not have any pre-configured Vim stuff already installed, but I believe if you already have a pre-configured Vim or a pre-configured NeoVim, I believe it does automatically back up those configuration files. And this says also that it works with NeoVim. However, I use NVChad, and if I run NeoVim, you can see it did not take over my NeoVim configuration. So that's just a couple of things to look out for. But if you're like me and you know, you might use Vim, you might use NeoVim, I think this is a good alternative. I'll probably be just sticking to using this strictly with Vim, and I won't have it mess around with NeoVim here. So let me go ahead and let's go ahead and check out the actual editor here. So if I do Vim, so you can see when you first launch it, it will install some packages automatically for you. You can see some of my pre-config stuff that I've been messing around with. So it looks like it uses Startify. This is the startup screen here, and then it has a thing on the side here so you can find your documents. It looks like it's using the Grub-box color scheme, which we'll talk about the config and the color scheme in a second. So where the config is it's in your, it's not in your .config, it's actually in SpaceVim, spacevim.d. I believe it's in your spacevim.d. Well, there's two. There's a SpaceVim, and then there's a spacevim.d. So SpaceVim, no, I messed up. spacevim.d. So there's a init.toml file here, and that's where you can set some of your color schemes and all of that. I'm not sure what the actual SpaceVim config is. This might be just some custom stuff, but there's a init.toml file, and I think this is where we actually mess around with some of the config stuff. Now the color scheme is Grub-box. Let me what kind of color schemes do they have? Do they got Dracula? See, they got Growbox, they got SpaceVim, Blue, Desert. Ugh. Let's change that back. That's SpaceVim. Color scheme. That's Growbox. It's not Growbox. Default. I don't know why it's changing it to that one. Let's launch it again. Yeah, that color scheme's alright. Let's look at the documentation here, because that's kind of weird. But we are going to go back to this TOML file. So we can look at the documentation here. And there's a lot of stuff. So let's just look at the color scheme. Yeah, right here. The default color scheme of a SpaceVim is Groovebox or Growbox, however you say it. There's a dark and light variant. It is possible to change the color scheme of SpaceVim.d, the knit.toml file I was telling you guys about. Okay. So it looks like they also do a layering system. So they have a fuzzy finder. So Space TS. Let's try that. Space TS. Space T Am I not doing it right? Space. We do UI toggles themes. How about lowercase t? No? Which key is not showing anything? Yeah, that is super weird, right? In the documentation here, right here it says keybound mapping space TS, select the theme using a fuzzy finder. What about space TN? Does that work? Space TN. Okay, that didn't do anything. What plugin manager are they using? I wonder if Fuzzy Finder is even installed. I'll look up the plugin manager here in a second to figure out what's actually installed. But yeah, that's super weird, right? Because it says right here the keybound mapping. All the included color schemes can be found in the color scheme layer. Okay. If your terminal does not support true colors, you can disable SpaceVim True Color Features in Options section. Well, this says enable GUI colors. SpaceVim is not a GUI application. Vim is not a GUI application. It's a terminal application. So it can't do anything with the GUI. Now, if you ran gvim or a GUI front end for Vim, then this option would work. But I don't understand. I don't understand why they're saying this. They also got this GUI font right here. We can't change the font because it's not a GUI application. So I wonder if you're really kind of supposed to use this as with a GUI front end. That's what I'm starting to think now. Do I have GVim? No. I'm gonna install GVim here. GVim and Vim are in conflict. Well, yeah, just all right. GVim. Okay. Let me get rid of this. I don't like those. I don't like that. But we're running a GUI front end port for Vim right now. So I wonder, does that not work? I can tell you one thing. These fonts are hideous though, right? Let me fix these fonts. How do you do it here? It's GUI font, then your font, right? So GUI font equals source code pro nerd font, and then do I have to set the... Yeah, I can't really tell. GUI font H11. Okay, maybe I gotta set the height of the H16. Let me launch it again here. That didn't seem to really do anything, did it? I know I have Source Code Pro installed here. I got all the nerd fonts installed. Maybe I did not type something right. Try to do it down here. GUI font. Okay. Let me just type in this. To change your default font, set the variable GUI font in your init.toml. By default, its value is... There is no default. I'm not seeing any default in this init.toml. So maybe it's already set? No, can't paste it. Can't do that. Okay. It's there. Source Code Pro, maybe? No, I didn't do anything, did it? That is super weird. I don't know if this is because it's GVim. I don't know any other front ends. Let me launch this back in a terminal, because I'm like, this looks good right here, but for some reason GVim, it just did not look, it didn't look good at all. But let's go ahead and continue here. I don't want to spend all day on the fonts section. So this is how we increase the font size and decrease the font size. So space Z. Space Z. Okay. Space Z. Oh, okay. I'm hitting the plus sign. Yeah, see, we can't do that, right? Yeah, I don't get that. Now this is being controlled with my terminal here. I wonder if it's because of I'm using West term. Let's try Alacrity here. It shouldn't make a big difference, but so space Z period. No, same thing. But at least with Alacrity, I can increase the font size and decrease it normally. Now I haven't added that feature into West term yet, so that's the reason West term is like growing the window there. But let's continue. So we have mouse functionality. Okay, scroll bar. So this is all. I want to know how to install. I want to know how to install a color scheme here. I mean, there's a lot of documentation, but I do want available layers, color scheme. This layer is disabled by default in SpaceVim. Huh. Oh, Dracula. So it says right here, this layer is disabled by default in SpaceVim. To use this configuration layer, add this snippet to your custom config file. Okay. I'm going to copy and paste. We'll do it down here. Okay. We'll go ahead and write it. I'll quit. Do Vim. Now it's installing those color schemes. That's pretty cool. So it looks like we have a lot of color schemes to choose from. Ah, there it is. So we're gonna set the Dracula one by default here. Cool. That to me looks a whole lot better. The status line and the nerd tree over there look like crap though, because it's still this kind of grub box type of theme. And then the buffer, of course, looks like crap too, but that's something that we could probably fix. In fact, let's look at how to fix the status line down here. Let's go down here, status line. Okay, show the current mode, color code for current state, show the index. Okay. All the colors are based on the color scheme. But I want to know how to change the color scheme of status line. By default, SpaceVim only supports color schemes included in color scheme layer. Alright. But it looks like it doesn't use. See at the bottom here, we're still using that groove box or grub box, however you say it. Yeah, Startify. I mean, it's still showing up. So I don't know. Maybe that's Startify? I don't know. Cause that don't look nice, does it? How about colors? Color scheme, how about one dark? That changed. Dracula doesn't change. Pale and Night. That looks okay. I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand. How do you do the Palin Night here? Color scheme, Palin. Okay, it's just night. Right clip, Vim. Yeah, that looks alright. Yeah, I don't understand. But this is kind of, this is SpaceVim. I know we just kind of looked at the color schemes and everything, but let's go ahead and check out the SpaceVim actual directory, though. So you have a SpaceVim, and then you have a SpaceVim.d, like I was telling you about. The SpaceVim.d, that's probably going to be your custom configuration. That's what I would assume. And in the SpaceVim, that's the actual stuff for SpaceVim to actually work. So if we go to colors, so we can look right here. Term GUI colors. Okay. That's all colors. Plugins. There's all the plugins that it comes with. So, as you can see, it has some NeoVim LSP stuff. Some color schemes like Groupbox and stuff like that. But it looks like it kind of uses it uses a like a layering system, dead up like SpaceMacs. So that's pretty cool. Might be something to play around with. Like I said, there's a ton of configuration stuff here. Some of the things that we tried here just doesn't seem to work. Some of the key bindings and everything. I'm pretty sure there's different ways to change it. I would have to go through the config and actually play around with it. But yeah, this is the first kind of look at SpaceVim here. Like I said, it's an okay project. It's not as cool, in my opinion, it's not as cool as SpaceMacs. I think SpaceMacs is a little bit more flushed out. But if, if you did really want to try out a nice little project and to just have something to play around with, I'm probably not going to use it all that much anymore. I just use NeoVim. I really don't mess around with Vim. But if I was going to, I may give this a shot. And also, for some reason, I don't know why the GUI front end just did not work. Could be something wrong with GVim too, so, or I could be messing up. But anyway, I do want to thank you guys for listening to me ramble and watching this video. Hit the like and subscribe button if you guys haven't already. And until next time, I want you guys to take care, be safe, and peace. Bye, guys.